Hi, I just wanted to do a quick review of my Venom E-X20 electric motorcycle. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is also called the Boom E-Vader that's sold on other sites. Basically, the deal is, for $2,000, they will ship this motorcycle to you in your crate, no questions asked. I'd like to say, first and foremost, I am really happy with it. It's awfully fun, and it does what I thought it would do, but there are a few things that I wish I'd known before I had bought it, as it would have affected my decision to buy it. The first thing is it makes like a really weird squeaking noise, but that's actually not that big of a deal. I don't mind fiddling with it a little bit, and I'm sure I'll be able to find what needs greased and grease it, but I did find that was weird that it makes a squeaky noise right out of the box. The next thing that's sort of strange is the speedometer doesn't work at all. The first thing I thought was maybe it was actually measuring in kph instead of mph, but it actually says mph right there, and the speeds don't actually match up to kph. As you can see here, the GPS speed tracking is ridiculously different from what the speedometer is telling me. I think it actually might be trying to measure speed based on how much electricity is going to the engine, but that's just a guess. But either way, it does not accurately record, and the top speed when I was supposed to bought it was 40 miles an hour, but it's only ever gone as fast as 25 miles an hour per the GPS. Okay, so that brings me to the meat and the problem and the biggest complaint I have, and something that I really wish I had known, and I'm making this video so that other people would know, is the ability to insure this motorcycle. I was really actually concerned more with the DMV and if the bike could be street legal, so I contacted my local DMV, and they were like, yeah, it's fine. We will just treat it like a under 50cc scooter. You don't really need to go through all the hoops that you would for like a regular motorcycle because it's so small. They said that the kilowatts and the top speed made it so that it was considered, just like another scooter. And in my state, it's really easy. All you need is proof of liability insurance. So I thought, cool, no problem. So I called up Geico, and then whenever I talked to Geico, they got really confused because part of the insurance process of insuring a motorcycle is they ask you what the cc size of the engine is, and I told them it does not have a cc size because it's an electric motorcycle, and that the electric thing was 2,000 kilowatts, which was like the size of the engine. So then the lady at Geico didn't really know how to deal with that, so she put me on hold for about an hour while she went and tried to ask around like what she should do, and it really was pretty clear that they've never actually dealt, at least with many electric motorcycles, because I guess it's so new. But after an hour, they came back and they said that they could insure it with specialty vehicle insurance, and it ended up costing me more money per year than all of my other 5 motorcycles combined, including, some rather large CC motorcycles. So to make it street legal in my state, at least, was way more expensive than, like insuring my Harley or insuring my Honda. It's like way more money for that. And that, is, if I had known that, I would have at least maybe planned more accordingly and tried to shop around insurance or work something out before I had actually bought it. Of course, this was kind of a half-drunk impulse purchase anyway, but I really am intrigued by electric scooters and electric motorcycles, and overall it's a lot of fun. I don't mind that it's not that fast. I didn't buy it for speed, and I love cruising around with near silence. Like, you can't hear anything except for the squeaking actually is the loudest thing on the bike, and that's really cool. And the bike is fun to ride. It's very fun to drive around, but it was significantly more expensive to insure. And next year I'm gonna hopefully look around a little bit more and find insurance that are more used to it, or maybe try and recontact Geico to get them to realize that this thing is just a really small motorcycle, and maybe drop the rates and put it on the rest of my motorcycle rates. But as it stands right now, it's not being insured under motorcycle insurance, and it's being insured as a specialty vehicle, something that's kind of weird. And I'm looking forward to next year maybe tinkering with this thing. And if anybody out there has any kind of resources like YouTube videos or, forums, anything at all about how to mod e-bikes and, how they work and what I can do, because, I'd really like to replace the battery in it and do whatever I can to make it a little bit faster, because I feel like if I knew what I was doing just a little bit more, I could make this thing awesome. But, it's the first bike I've ever had, and it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of people out there with them and tinkering with them. So if you know where I can find information on this, please let me know in the comments. And thank you for listening, and have a great day. Like, subscribe, and comment.